Here we go!
It's time for TSS Fantasy.
It is Commissioner Cooper.
Greatest time of the year, and if you are praising fantasy Jesus, you are doing
Sunday
good stuff.
morning.
Happy Sunday, happy early morning trash football game.
That's why I'm easy.
We're back, baby! Let's go!
I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Aaron Rodgers, like I almost got banned off TikTok for the thing that's doing.
That's why I'm easy.
He has had some nagging hamstring issues
I'm
over
easy
the
like
years.
Sunday morning.
My beloved Jets are trash.
That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Commissioner Cooper, and you're waking up with TSS Fantasy. I don't have anybody to do
Yeah, I feel some type of way. Freddie's been letting us down.
All right, Justin's here. Here we go. Come on, Justin. Give us the yeah.
Give the yeah, Justin.
Breakfast.
Oh, thanks for putting me on the spot. Yeah!
He's still chewing.
That's what happens when you don't show up on time, bro. All right, let's get things started this morning. It is week 4, and I know you got fantasy lineup questions and all kind of stuff going on this morning. So we're here to help you out this morning. I'm glad you're waking up with us. Let's do the introductions. Ladies first, Ballers. Meg, welcome into the studio.
Hey, good afternoon for me. Good morning for you guys. It's been a long morning so far.
Meg went out
I
last night.
was gonna say it looks like good morning for you, Meg. Did you just wake up?
He got the hoodie on.
Literally about 15 minutes ago, I got out of bed. We're not judging,
She's
guys.
trying to keep the light out.
Yeah, you know it's a rough night when you got the hat and hoodie on and
Yeah.
wake up in the morning, boy. You're like, okay, I like it.
Been there
good morning.
before.
Good morning, Patriots touchback. Appreciate you. 14 hours of football today. Indeed. I know I'm excited. Also, Podcast Smitty, what's good? Welcome to you, my brother. Good morning. And also, let's welcome in Greg OJ, the Juice is Loose Mayor. Welcome in, my friend.
Listen, man, it's week 4. Jets, Dolphins, both 0-3. Jason, somebody got to win the game, man. This is sad, bro.
At this point, I'm at that point already where I'm like, just lose the rest, bro. I mean,
It's done. Like
on.
Justin Fields is ready to play. I'm like, it doesn't even matter.
Also, let's welcome in Justin Jesus Herrera. Welcome into the studio, sir.
What's going to happen is there's going to be a thunderstorm, and it's going to be postponed to week 19. And you guys are just going to sit there going, God damn, another week where we didn't win. Both of you. I'm going to be so excited for it.
That's great.
But anyways, this can of whoop ass is sponsored by the Everglade Mud Puppies. You're about to get dog walked today, boy. And I don't care whether they call you Fred Jr., Fred with hair. You know my trade wasn't nearly as bad as you put on TSS Fantasy, you lying son of a bitch.
Fred with hair. I love it.
Fred with hair.
Fred.
Podcast Smitty says, plot twist, Meg stole his hoodie. Oh, my goodness. All
Oh my
right.
God, look at the Ballers hoodie, guys. This is my merch.
Late night with Podcast Smitty, apparently. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, let's pay the bills, of course, before we get started. If you're watching on YouTube, do us a solid. Give us a like. Throw your comments in there. Hit the notification bell, whatever the hell you do with YouTube. Please do it for us. Little things stopping you from doing it. Big things popping for us when you do. We appreciate you. Also, don't forget, if you're looking for some championship bling for your fantasy champion, look no further than Pro Am Belts. And if you want to play some daily fantasy, go to Fast Draft app. Use the promo code TSS. We'll double that deposit up to $50. Lots of fun stuff to do and lots of big money to win. So we're here to help you win it. Let's start out, though, of course. We got some injury news going on, of course. So let's start out with the Injured List podcast, bringing you the latest in injury updates. Brian Scott, here we go.
It's time to get your latest NFL injury updates with Brian from the Injured List podcast. The doctor is in.
What up?
Good morning, my friend. How are you this morning?
A little tired. Not quite as tired as Meg, but I'm a little tired.
Indeed. You got the black hat on, too. So everyone's got matching black hats today. It must be rivalry week, right?
Well, I figured if everybody else's team is 0-3, I might as well throw my hat into the bucket. Because we're
Join the club.
Eggs at least got one win under her belt, so there we go. All right, Brian, what kind of injury updates do you got for us this morning?
Well, listen, if you're smart and you watch TSS on Friday nights, you pretty much got the jump on everybody else because we were pretty much spot on with a lot of what we were saying and talking about. Jaden Daniels, he's been ruled out officially. He's not going to be playing. Marcus Mariota will get the start again. Justin Fields has progressed through concussion protocol. He's cleared. He will be playing on Monday night. And as we predicted with Brock Purdy, they sped up his timeline. He is officially been named the starter for Week 4. Mac Jones down now with that PCL aggravated knee injury. And then at the running back position, not much new to report. The guys that we knew are season ending. They'll be done. Tyrone Tracy with that shoulder dislocation, he's going to be out Week 4. We kind of saw that coming. He might be out a few weeks. Krosky Merritt, he's been upgraded to questionable. Sounds like he's going to be ready to go with a knee injury. At the wide receiver position, a lot of stuff going on, but again, stuff that we kind of touched on already earlier in the week. CeeDee Lamb out with that high ankle sprain at least 3 to 4 weeks, they're saying. Mike Evans, same situation, although he's dealing with a hamstring issue, at least a few weeks there. Devontae Adams has been upgraded to questionable. They've been saying he's ready to go. He's dealing with a hamstring issue. Kind of gutsy move on this decision here. We'll see how he's able to get through pregame warmups and stuff and how effective he is. Chris Godwin, he's inching back from his ankle fracture dislocation from last year. Still not ready to go this week. We might see him progress next week. Xavier Worthy's been taken off the injury report. He is good to go. He'll probably be playing with the brace on, though. That could affect his ability to go up tall, high and catch balls up top. So keep an eye on that. Terry McLaurin, we call that. He's been officially ruled out with this quad issue that he's been dealing with. Jawan Jennings is still carrying a questionable tag with an ankle issue. He was limited in practice on Friday. Could be a true game time decision. Again, his contract is laden with incentives to play, so he probably will at least step on the field. Ricky Pearsall is questionable heading into this weekend. Got a limited session in on Friday. Sounded like earlier in the week he was good to go, so I think he still is. I don't know if much has changed. Tatora McMillan, limited practice on Friday with a calf issue. He's questionable as well. Could be another game time decision. I think the Panthers, if anything, are probably going to err on the side of caution with him. But pay attention close to the game time kickoff because he could be a last-minute decision. Alex Pierce has not cleared concussion protocol. He's not in this week. And then at the tight end position, Evan Ingram is back. He's been fully activated. Colston Loveland still questionable. Did get a limited session in on Friday. And that's it. Those are the guys we covered earlier in the week. So not too much surprises there. We were pretty spot on with our analysis.
Yeah, indeed. Chuba Hubbard also, just to make mention, will be, looks like he's playing today. I know it's a questionable tag. I only stayed up on that because, he's on my team. So we're going to say, Greg?
No, I just got Adam Schefter just texted out that Jaylen Warren is not playing today. He is inactive.
All right.
So if you got Gainwell or Caleb Johnson, put him in your lineup.
You better put him in quick because that game's coming up very soon. So, indeed. All right. Well, make sure you follow Bri at the Injured List podcast everywhere on social media as well. You can catch him right here on that Sports Podcast Network as well. Bri, we appreciate you waking up early with us Sunday morning. Go back to bed, bro, and put the TV on. You're good to go.
Will do.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. We'll send Bri out with our friends from NeuroGuard Plus.
Dr. Michael Hutchison has harnessed the latest in neuromuscular dentistry and impact technology to develop a mouthguard that does more than protect. It enhances. NeuroGuard Plus isn't just a mouthguard. By focusing on the jaw's physiological position, it provides an added layer of neuroprotection, significantly reducing the risk of sports-related neurological injuries. All athletes should be using a custom mouthguard designed to their bite position. NeuroGuard Plus was created as a means to maintain your physiological jaw position regardless of your bite. The appliance is designed to optimize your upper-lower jaw relationship to improve your strength, your balance, your oxygen intake, and drastically lower your chance of a concussion. Independent studies have shown that the NeuroGuard Plus will provide you with improvement to both upper and lower body strength. The same improvements were not present with a common mouthguard. Over 6,500 athletes have used the NeuroGuard Plus. Dr. Hutchison is happy to say that the amount of diagnosed concussions is 0.2%. The NeuroGuard Plus offers athletes, coaches, and parents an advantage to keep their players safe on the field. If you or your child actively participates in athletics, they need to be protected from the dangers of repetitive head trauma. Get your NeuroGuard Plus mouthguard today. Click on the link and use code ILP Sports for 10% discount on your purchase.
All righty, we got some fantasy questions already lined up here, so let's go through those real quick. Meg, you can start us off. Would you go Devonta Adams today or Trey Tucker?
I would be taking Tucker just because I'm a bit wary about that Adams injury. Just being on the side of caution in terms of how many points can get put up there. I would pick Trey Tucker for that one.
Bear secondary, good to get taken today as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Trey Tucker in there as well. All right, Greg, who do you think? Lamar Jackson or Jordan Love?
Don't overthink it. Don't. I'll still go with Lamar Jackson. Against that Kansas City defense, their secondary's been kind of shaky. I'll still go with Lamar. I'm not overthinking it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thought for sure with Jordan Love, but, he hasn't quite proven he can really go that extra bit. But, I think it's a good question today. But, yeah, go with Lamar.
No, good question.
Appreciate you, Podcast Smitty. Justin, we got Jonathan Santiago wants to know Pickens, Tyreek, or Sutton PPR. I guess sit one of those guys.
You know what? I think I would probably sit Tyreek this week just because it's the bad matchup of having Sauce all over him. Sutton's going to be in one of those games. I think the Bengals bounce back this week. I think they actually make it a really big fight. And then Pickens, he's the only guy there now. He's got to get the workload, right? So right. I'm going to go with Tyreek having a bad day and Jalen Waddle having a better day.
Yeah, well, I think Pickens and Sutton, no matter what, would probably be the better fit here. Sutton playing those. I know Bengals might give him a fight, but that'll be offensively, if anything, because defensively, I'm not seeing much. He's got another one here, since I'm already on you, Justin. He's got other league flex options are horrible. Ridley, can't even ever say that name right. Aomanor, Ollie Gordon, J-Mo. Pick one. Should he drop Pacheco or Ollie for Gainwell or Dowdle as well? What do you think?
I think I would go with Aomanor. Aomanor's got a great repertoire with Cam Ward, Calvin Ridley. I've talked about dropping Calvin Ridley. The dude is he's old. He's old. These guys, we never know when it happens, but they just fall off the cliff. I think he's fallen completely off the cliff at this point. And then would I drop Pacheco or Ollie Gordon for Gainwell or Dowdle? Oh, man, that's tough. Because I don't think Gainwell is the answer. I think Caleb Johnson is the answer. Dowdle is interesting, though. I think I would probably hold for one more week and then see how this Chuba Hubbard injury plays itself out.
And it depends, too, if you have Achane, because if you don't have Achane, there's no reason to hold on to Ollie Gordon, quite frankly. Yeah. So you might want to –
You might get injured.
He might, but if you don't have – I'm just saying, if you're looking for a guy this week, you could drop Ollie Gordon for – I mean, right now, Gainwell's been Mike Tomlin's guy, so that's probably the way I would roll with it, if I needed something for just this week. But as Justin said, I would just hold off if you don't. If you're just good with Aomanor in your lineup or even J-Mo, I'd be good with that and just roll with it like this.
I think the real question he's asking is Pacheco droppable? And yes, he's very droppable because Kareem Hunt is actually taking more of the workload right now in Kansas City.
I don't know if he's droppable. I think it's a little early for that. But this could be a good game for him, though, too. We know how soft the Ravens been against the run. So, I mean, if could be a good comeback game from Pacheco today as well. All right, let's talk about some weather right quick.
It's time to get your real-time NFL weather report from TSS Fantasy.
All right, games you don't need to sweat today. Washington at Atlanta, Cleveland at Detroit, Tennessee at Houston, Indianapolis at the Rams, Chicago at the Raiders, Green Bay at Dallas. So we got all dome games there. You're good to go. The rest of the games, not too much weather involved. Let's start over this morning in Ireland, Minnesota at Ireland, Pittsburgh. 65 degrees, partly cloudy skies, winds at 5 miles an hour. Great football weather for that game. New Orleans at Buffalo, 73 degrees, clear skies, winds at 7 miles an hour. Carolina and New England, 76. It's also clear and winds at 7 miles an hour. Chargers at the Giants, 79 degrees, clear skies, winds at 3 miles an hour. Eagles at the Bucks, 89 degrees, hot and muggy. Scattered rain is called for this one as well, and winds at 7 miles an hour. Jacksonville at San Francisco, it's 72 degrees, also a chance of rain in this as well, winds at 9 miles an hour. Baltimore at KC, this is what we want. They got 88 degrees, but clear skies and winds at 5 miles an hour, so nothing really impacting that game. The Jets, the sorry-ass Jets at America's team, the Miami Dolphins, 84 degrees on Monday night, chance of a thunderstorm as well, and winds at 13 miles an hour. We do have that tropical storm, but that'll be a little bit north, I think, by the time Monday rolls around, so we shall see. Bengals at the Broncos, 74 degrees, clear skies, and winds at 3 miles an hour. So there you go. That's your weather report. All right, let's get some betting advice in from our boy Eric. Let's win you some money today. Let's check it out.
Time to win some money with TSS Fantasy's betting advice. Win big bitches.
Win big indeed. What is up, Eric? Good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning to you. You know, Justin, I needed to hear that about Calvin Ridley. I've been having this inner monologue with myself all week. Like, I know his name's Calvin Ridley, but if his name was like Robert Williams, you'd drop his ass.
That's it. Eric, you're playing fantasy the right way. Detach the names. Exactly. Isaiah Pacheco, just put Jonathan Gannon in front of it and go, all right, come on, get out of here.
Yeah, then just look at the numbers. Now, flew a little too close to the sun last week. You would think that I'd dial it back, but that'd be logical. I'm not a logical guy. So I think Tet should have had his yards and we'd be fine. I blame him, not me. So we'll go back to what works. Kaimi Fairbairn, higher than 1.5 field goals. He missed one last week. Revenge tour. Probably has 4. Genty, higher than 13.25 half-point PPR points. I'm not sure how he's going to get the – he catches the ball, he scores touchdowns. He gets like 17 carries. I just want to be covered. Just give me fantasy points. Malik Neighbors, higher than 27.5 first-half receiving yards. How many of those first 15 scripted plays do you think are to Malik Neighbors? That gets you to a 5x multiplier already. Feel good about those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add Matthew Golden, higher 99.5 yards to kick it up to a 35x multiplier, just in case. Then for our picks, I've got, now you can add the Matthew Golden. You can take your 5x. You do what you want. Do both if you want. It's America. I got Steelers plus 2.5. That game's in 2 seconds. Lions alt spread minus 13.5 plus 115. This team, when they have a big win, they don't have a letdown spot. They're just rolling. They just keep kicking people's ass. Rams minus 3.5. It's a come down to earth moment for the Indianapolis Colts. And then I'm also going to play Max Crosby and Micah Parsons, 2 sacks each at 17-1. As you can see, I've really learned my lesson from last week.
Really did, going all in, my friend. Where can everyone follow, subscribe, get all your great content, my brother?
I'm at Propnosis on the Twitter, just firing opinions into the void.
That's all we need, and that's all we like to hear. Go follow Eric, get all his great stuff. We appreciate you. I see some fantasy questions in there. We'll get right back to that. But before we do, sit back, relax. It's Sunday morning. Get your bowl of cereal out, because we got a Sunday morning cartoon for you. Indeed. Let's check it out. The Fantasy Friends. Eric, we'll see you next week, my brother.
Oh, no, I always stay for the cartoon.
All right, sounds good. Here we go.
When evil threatens my football Sunday, Commissioner Cooper sends me his super friends to save the day.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice,
I'm hearing trouble in Green Bay. Looks like the Cowboys cutting the cheese on their Packers. These cheesy clowns are no match for me today. Grilled cheese is on the menu tonight. Yeehaw! I'll call Jordan Love. The Cowboys' biggest weakness is a good quarterback. Jordan will spread the love today.
Holy Hollywood, Batman! We got trouble in Los Angeles. The Giant is supercharging against the city.
Fee, fee, fo, fum. This city is filled with bums. They'll need to find a new source of power as I'm going to crush their little chargers today. Alfred, call the Big O, Omarion Hampton. With no Robin to his Batman, he should have all the carries to run over the Giant.
I'm running to San Francisco, where the Jaguar is attacking their gold-digging 49ers.
These pitiful 49ers can't stay out of the hospital. The only thing in this city that is gold is the fruits.
Better call Ricky Pearsall. His invisibility to the injury bullet plaguing the 49ers is exactly what they need to defeat the Jaguar.
What's that, sea animals? Trouble in New England? That must be the Scrappy Panther looking for another victory. After beating down those dirty birds last week, I'm back to claim another win. I'm in the mood for a Boston Tea Party. Send in the Land Hunter, Mr. Hunter Henry. With his experience attacking land animals, he is the perfect match against the Panther.
That's right, kids. Use the power of knowledge and go have a super win in fantasy football today.
Let's go. Super friends indeed. All right, let's get to it. We got some questions here. Let me go back up. We got Kyle Singer. Thank you for your question, brother. Who would you go with, Meg? We'll go with you. Full PPR, Shakir, Godwin, Dobbs. Oh, you're picking two of these.
Oh, I would be wary of Godwin in that trio, to be honest. Bit injury prone, not feeling full health. I would be taking Shakir and Dobbs, I think, this week.
Yeah, I think Dobbs is a good play. It's the Buffalo receivers kind of been up and down, but they are playing the Saints today. And yeah, I'm with you with the being leery on Godwin. If he is good to go, how good is he to go today? So, and how much will they utilize him? So that's, I would just probably wait another week on Godwin. Kyle, appreciate the like, my brother, and appreciate your question for sure. Capper Life says Jalen Warren out. Yes, sir. You missed the morning injury report. We already talked about it, but thank you so much. Good morning to you as well. Let's go with Greg for Jonathan Santiago. Back for one more. Thanks for the advice. You got Superflex. Oh, he's 0-3. Oh, no. Start Penix or Rodgers, or should he drop Rodgers for Wentz and start Wentz? Well, you got to get this one done early. What do you think, Greg?
Well, Minnesota's defense been tough. Rodgers, in the history, has been kind of up and down against Minnesota. Whew, this is a tough one. I'll go with Rodgers. I'll stick with it. Morning game. If you want to prove something, I would go with Rodgers over Penix. Penix is still struggling right now.
The Vikings have won every game on UK soil ever, just as a stat for you guys.
Yeah, I like that. Although we talked about this on Friday, and I'm just like, I just don't see Carson Wentz going over there and doing how I'm just like, I can't do it.
Get it.
Cap for Life also agrees with us with Shakir and Dobbs as well, Kyle. So we appreciate that. And yeah, agreed. Godwin might be limited, but it's interesting because Evans out. Totally hear you on that. But yeah, for me, I would just wait another week on that.
See, I would go with Godwin in that one because he's got the most upside. It's like Dobbs and Shakir, they're both kind of limited to that like 13-point range right there, but Godwin can really put like 20 points up there. So if you're really looking to blow up, and you're in that position where you're kind of like Dobbs can get you 6 or like 13, I just go with Godwin. Fuck it, dude. He's got no Evans there.
Justin's like, what you got to lose, bro?
Lose, dog. You owe it.
Let it ride.
What do you think, Justin? Capital wants to know, he asked Paul, does he handcuff Allen or Gainwell? He hears they're trading.
I would just, honestly, I would go Gainwell. But, because Braylon Allen, he's a nice piece, but there's nothing special about him. Even if he takes over the job from Hall, I still, you'd get him just because he would be a starter. But you look at Isaiah Davis too. Like they're gonna look at Isaiah Davis, who I think is a little bit more explosive. I'd probably just go Gainwell, and really, I'd go Caleb Johnson. If he's out there, people are dropping them. I stole Caleb Johnson in a league with these guys. They're gonna regret it.
Yeah, no, it's
regret
funny
it.
I debated on scooping him up, but my roster's so good I didn't want to drop anyone.
Jason's like, I don't have a space.
I know. I want to add it. Kyle says he feels like Godwin's going to score today. I feel you, bro. And he said he wanted to comment. He said, for real, he's got the guts, so he's ready to do it.
That's my man right there, Kyle. Get it, boy. Get it, boy. You got one of those big ball moments. You got the big cojones, brother.
Big ball moment, indeed. Is all over it.
I get up on this chair, but my fat ass will break it.
Yeah, I feel you on that too. There is a world where the Packers may get up early and they might start running that football. So I'm with you with that.
Same with the Bills. I mean, the Bills are going to be just Josh Allen and James cooking it right down the Saints' throat all day long.
The amount of wild requests for me to trade James Cook off of my team is hilarious right now. Like someone sent me like 5 players for James Cook. No, thank you. I'll keep Cook.
I feel you. All right. Well, listen, if we want to get you some daily fantasy wins, don't forget, go to Fast Draft app, use the promo code TSS. We'll double your deposit for $50, and we're about to give you an ultimate DFS lineup. Here we go.
All right, brothers and sisters, get ready to get your ultimate DFS roster set with TSS Fantasy.
Let's get those lineups set. But before we do, we got to reveal what happened last week. And let's just start out. Let's cut the Band-Aid off and see who got the jobber of the week from last week.
Greg, you couldn't even get 100 points if you tried. You are the back-to-back jobber of the week, chump.
The back-to-back jobber. I can't even talk. He's still full of steroids. 82.7 last week, bro. Ooh, that was
CeeDee Lamb killed me, man.
Yeah, that definitely hurt for sure. Probably hurt him as well. Hey, Justin, would you go Chase or McConkey? Boss Channel wants to like to know.
Oh, yeah, you go Chase. You go Chase all the way. I mean, listen, Chase on a bad day is better than McConkey right now. McConkey is so backloaded with Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnston being good. Like, if McConkey doesn't score a touchdown, he is already messing up his ADP and where you picked him. So, yeah, you stick with Chase 100%. No question.
Yeah, I'm with that as well. You definitely you would have thought going into the season, Keenan Allen would be sucking up catches from McConkey. That's just crazy.
That's
Kyle,
crazy.
we appreciate you. Love you long time as well. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, let's go on and let's see what the other results we got. Meg, you were not too far behind but you were way above the jobber. 113.3 last week.
Right.
Tyler hurt you a little bit last week. You had a good day from Nico Collins. So yeah, kind of in the middle. Speaking of in the middle, Mr. LeDuc, 120.1 Bengals D. I don't know why the hell he started them, but it got him -1 point. Definitely didn't help at all because he had some good days from McCaffrey. He also had the CeeDee Lamb jinx in this one as well. So, and I'm not too far behind that, 128.5. I think we all went with Jordan Mason, so we all had that good report. Of course, I had McCaffrey, but my little Wan'Dale Robinson play didn't come out very well. Justin, you are next. A runner-up, the Intercontinental Champion, we'll call you this week. Caleb Williams having another big week for you. So pretty much an all-around just good day. And Seahawks D as well. They're turning out to be the golden child, which means back-to-back.
Introducing your
Nah, it's not back.
Introducing your
That's 2 out of 3
two-time
weeks.
Ultimate DFS defending champion, Fred the Jester Reyes.
Yeah, he did win last week. I know what he's talking about. It is back-to-back. So here he goes. Look at that. Kyler Murray and McBride. He loves touting these boys. Went out and got him a few points in there. Jonathan Taylor, though, was the big money maker for him last week. 32.8 points. And, of course, his boy, Mr. Garrett Wilson, threw in some good stuff for him as well. So, good day all around for Fred. He said, Patriots Tuckback says, who is throwing to who? Oh, that's right. Start McConkey, he said. He doesn't like the QB addition, of course, to the Bengals. Let's look at Fred's Mr. Two-time champ. Look at his lineup for this week. He's got the stack of Herbert and Quentin Johnson. Throw in Michael Pittman, Quinshon Judkins making the lineup. Cam Scatterby, that's a good play this week, 5,500. The lone wolf, if you will, over there. Throwing in Xavier Worthy and Malik. So that's his lineup. Justin, let's talk about your ultimate DFS lineup.
Yeah, so I went with Caleb Williams again. I hope he can do it again. I have faith that he can against the Raiders. I went heavy on the running backs this week. I went James Cook and Bijan Robinson, O'Marion Hampton. It just seems like it's a great week to go with running backs. All three have excellent matchups, and I'm hoping that Bijan just has like a bounce back week, like one of those 2 touchdown bounce back weeks. Rome Odunze, can't quit Rome, and nobody else. I mean, price is going up, but like dude's not getting treated like a wide receiver one, so I'm going to keep continuing to take advantage of the price. 6,300, I love it. Michael Pittman Jr., the most disrespected number 1 in the game. Dude's been averaging about 5 targets a game. He's got 2 weeks where he was top 15. He's wide receiver 14 overall, and he's down there with the scrubs at 5,100. Absolute insult, and I will take it on my team. And then Demarcus Robinson. This is the one I actually put in first because I think that Brock Purdy had a great rapport with Demarcus Robinson going into camp. They were absolutely like almost as close as Pearsall and Brock Purdy were. Robinson offers a new level to the game. He's a speedster. He can get downfield. He's got reliable hands. It's everything that Brock Purdy needs. Look for them to connect on at least one deep ball today. Hopefully it's for a touchdown. Then I got Tyler Warren. He's just been the best wide receiver or best tight end and the rookie class period right now. And he's kind of showing that rookie tight ends are constantly getting better and better. Past 2 years, tight end 1 has been a rookie. Would not be surprised if by the end of the year, Tyler Warren is up there in that top 3, if not top 1. And then the 49ers defense, Homer. But I love the 49ers defense this week against Trevor Lawrence. He seems to be like sputtering out of control and trying to like get down Liam Cohen's offense. Liam Cohen is not liking what he's doing. I think the 49ers, even though they're down Bosa, are going to get to him because that pass rush is a whole lot more than just Bosa now. We got Michael Williams, we got Bryce Huff, we got Alfred Collins, we got CJ West. The run's getting stopped. Next thing you know, we're going to be getting to that quarterback. I think that the 49ers is going to be a great play this week.
Podcast committee agrees that if Rome is burning, Caleb Williams is Nero this week. Great picks. He likes that. Since we're already on you, Justin, he wants podcast me wants to know Mark Andrews or Hunter Henry.
I would go Hunter Henry, and this is just the guy in me goes, Isaiah Likely's coming back. Isaiah Likely he's really good, and I think he's been kind of the missing piece for the Ravens. So I think Isaiah Likely's going to start to eat more into Mark Andrews. Hunter Henry is there alone, and he's the only one that's consistently putting up numbers with Drake May. Like, Drake May has to, like, look for everybody else to kind of pick up the slack. Hunter Henry is easily there. He's like, here, throw me the ball. Here, throw me the ball. So I love Hunter Henry this week. Mark Andrews is going to be borderline droppable in a couple weeks. That's a prediction right there.
And Hunter Henry has been on fire right now.
Justin want to drop everybody.
Meg, who do
Only
you
the
think
people
got
losing me championships.
Meg, who do you think from Cash 3 times, Kamara or Scatterboo in full PPR?
I'm taking Scatterboo every day because, first of all, Kamara. Secondly, I just think that Scatterboo's consistently putting up some decent points, and I like what he's doing over there. I've got a little bit of a soft spot for Scatterboo though, so I'm maybe not as objective here as what someone else might be.
No, I'm with you actually. Kamara got a matchup against the Bills, although that Bills D's kind of helter skelter, quite frankly. But Scatterboo being by himself, I think I like that matchup as well. All right, let me get to my ultimate DFS lineup. I threw in Jordan Love as my cartoon indicated. Like the matchup, Dallas dead last against fantasy QBs. Marion Hampton against the Giants, 28th against fantasy running backs at 5,900. Think it's a good deal. Spent up a little for Ashton Genty. I just feel like it's one of those fantasy bonanza games, and either on the ground or in the air, Ashton Genty is going to get you some points this week. So I like the matchup. Chicago 27th against fantasy running backs. Quentin Johnson, I also went with that ride with Fred against the Giants. They're 31st against fantasy receivers. So should be a good day for the Chargers offense. I also threw in Matthew Golden as well. I know I tried him earlier this year. I'm ready now. It's against Dallas, stacked with Jordan Love. They're dead last against receivers, so I like it. Threw in Cortland Sutton. We talked about him earlier against Cincinnati. Should be a good day overall for the Broncos offense. Jay Ferguson against Green Bay. That's been their one bugaboo, is against the tight ends on defense. They're 26th overall against fantasy tight ends. So I think that's a good play today. Threw in Nico Collins this week. Tennessee Titans. They're 28th against fantasy receivers. They also just traded another starting cornerback to the Jets this previous week. So, what is up with the secondary? Probably not much. Could be a nice game for C.J. Stroud as well. Then I went with the Broncos D. Again, Jake Browning didn't really prove much in his last matchup, and I know the Broncos D felt embarrassed by the Colts. They're going to bounce back this week. I like that a lot. Let's throw up LeDukes right quick. He's got Justin Herbert. He likes that matchup as well. He also likes Marion Hampton, Bucky Irving in that Philly matchup. He also threw Emeka Egbuka. I guess he likes the Bucs offense today. He has also got Quentin Johnson with the stack. He threw in Trey Tucker. We brought him up earlier. The Hunter Henry playing in a tight end, been consistent all year. And for some reason, he throws the Jaguars D. So I'm not sure about that. That was another questionable defense. Might be seeing another negative from his defense. Meg, talk about your ultimate TFS lineup.
I think that Jaguars defense must be a budget decision. So I've gone Caleb Williams this week. I'm hopeful that we can see a little bit of improvement here. Hopefully a big bit of improvement, let's be honest. But I think most of us have gone for an Marion Hampton pick this week. I really like Montgomery at the Lions. I think that he's slept on a little bit in fantasy sometimes and putting up some good points. I made this decision on Devontae Adams before realizing that he was hurt, and might live to regret that one. So I'll eat my words on that. Ricky Pearsall, I've not risked him since I think week 1. And I think that, spoke a lot about what the Niners are going to do this week. I think that they have a good advantage. I've taken Ladd McConkey because I love him. I think that he is outshining a couple of the seasoned pros across there, and I think that he can get us some good points. Hunter Henry is my kind of, again, I've got my eye on him. I think he's going to be putting up points consistently across the season, like we just said. He's always there. He always seems to be in the right spot at exactly the right time. And I've stuck, thanks to Patriots touchback, stuck my neck on the line here with a Patriots defense. And again, I am going to just put a little bit of a caveat on that was definitely a budget decision, because my initial lineup, we don't get DFS across here in the UK. So I have to send it to someone in the States and be like, does this work? And my initial lineup was wildly out of budget. So we had to do a little bit of a messing around there and get some money off that budget. So Patriots defense for me this week. I'm not mad about it, but it definitely would not be my first choice had I the budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad play today against Carolina. Plus, the return of Christian Gonzalez should help that out a lot. It shouldn't be that horrible of a play. Greg, what do you say, my friend? Tell me about your ultimate DFS.
Well, listen, I followed along. I followed suit with everybody else. We all have a receiver from the Chargers in our lineup. But I went with Keenan Allen. I went with the Grizzly vet. He's been showing out, man. Nobody thought that he was going to show out like he's been showing out. But him and Herbert, I went with the stack. They got that connection and it's working. I went with James Cook, the New Orleans. Why not, right? And for that price, it's not that bad. And I went with Breece Hall. Yeah, a homer pick against the sorry-ass, trash Dolphins team. I think Breece Hall has a bounce-back game. I went with Odunze. Like Justin said earlier, he's the number one, right? Caleb is looking for him. He's taking over that spot. I went with Ricky Pearsall. His BFF is back this week, and Brock Purdy is going to look for him. I know DeMarcus Robinson is there. Juwan is going to play, but Ricky been steady Eddie since he's been in the lineup, and he's been doing great. I like Cortland Sutton against Cincinnati. Jason, me and you spoke about this last night. So I have him in my flex in DFS, and I got him in flex in my other league as well. And Ferguson, after Pickens, who else is there? And last week he had, 13, 14 catches? So I'm going to go with Ferguson this week. And that Broncos defense is going to eat today, man. They're going to bounce back. You saw what Minnesota did against Cincinnati. Broncos, and maybe a repeat. So that's my lineup. Hopefully I hit 100. I just want to hit 100 and get on the roll.
By the way, this popped up earlier. My apologies. I somehow missed it. For Justin, says Jacksonville don't know what they're going to do on offense. Brian Thomas Jr. not getting the ball. His hand is up and down. He said our 49ers go 8-8.
Damn straight, Schmidt. Damn straight.
T-Law, man. T-Law is a bust, bro. I'm
professor
sorry.
of Belly Up Sports, Kevin Wilson's in. He said he liked the Pearsall pick, but is he healthy? That is a good question.
That's
But
the question
again,
mark that everybody has in San Francisco.
yeah, that's true. So that's why the cartoon, the Jaguar
Who
says
isn't
these
hurt?
guys can't stay out of the hospital. Indeed. All right. Well, that's our ultimate DFS lineups. At the very least, you can see some of the good plays that we all put in. Like last week, we all were pretty much on Jordan Mason or Marion Hampton this week. So do your own lineups if you like, but just take some of that, a little bit of advice. There are some good plays in there. All right, let's get to picking these NFL games today with our NFL picks.
Will TSS Fantasy pick the right teams to win this week? Outlook not good.
Outlook not good indeed. No, we've been doing pretty good. Justin made a comeback last
Wow.
week, 12-4. Ooh-wee. Good week for Justin last week. Ledoux followed up with 11-5. Me, Fred, or 10-6. Greg went 9-7, and Meg, the dunce of the week,
My
unfortunately,
Jets,
8-8.
bro.
Yes, gotta learn not to do the homer stuff. Indeed. For the
Look where I'm at.
Just like the Jets, Greg is dead last, 29-19. Leduc and I are tied up at the top. Justin not far behind us with Fred, and Meg not far behind them. So here we go. Let's do the picks. This is what from the Sunday or the Thursday night game. Sorry. So those are our picks there. Fred, Leduc, and Meg, unfortunately, down 0-1.
I'm off to a good start, baby.
Let's go to our early morning game.
Greg's like, I'm tied with Meg.
Listen, I'm off to a good start. That's all I need. Want to know, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. In Ireland, Minnesota facing off the Steelers. Minnesota leads the series 10-9. Last time these teams played was in 2021. Minnesota won 36-28. They're favored by 1.5. The over/under is 42.5. Meg, who are you liking this one?
I've got the Vikings on this one. Like I said earlier, I think the Vikings are good because they've been overseas a lot for games, so it's kind of for me, it's an obvious one. I also, that I don't back Aaron Rodgers ever, so give me Minnesota for this one.
All right, Greg, who you like?
Minnesota, man, they're the more complete team right now. The defense is clicking. Jordan Mason has no one to really bother him in the backfield. I mean, they bought in Cam Akers, but he ain't doing nothing. You got Justin Jefferson. You got Hawkinson. Wentz just doesn't have to mess it up. Look what Sam Darnold did last year, Wentz. Just do what you need to do within the offense, and you'll win. So I'm going with Minnesota.
Greg Citrani already. Chris Olave or Jacoby Myers today?
Whew. Olave's been a target monster for Spencer Rattler, man. There's nobody else he's throwing the ball to, but I'm not stupid. I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers.
I mean, you can't see a world where the Saints, we talked about it, Spencer Rattler throwing the ball 50 times. He's probably going to have to today to keep the Saints offense somewhat in the game.
Listen, Olave is going to probably have like 10 catches for like 40 yards. That's how bad New Orleans offense.
I can see that world, absolutely. Who do you like in this matchup, Justin?
Pittsburgh. I think they're just a better, well-rounded team right now, and they need the win more than Minnesota does. Minnesota, unfortunately, with Wentz is such a giant question mark. Like, I get it. Like, obviously, Kevin O'Connell trusts him with his offense. I don't know if I would trust him with my offense. I think they got away with the fact that the defense was so good last week. But, I don't know if that's going to be the same case when you're facing Aaron Rodgers.
Patriots touchback says the Steelers got away with one last week. He likes the Vikings stuff. But Aaron Rodgers. Since we're on you here, Justin, would you start DK Metcalf over Addison or Travion Henderson and Tootin?
I would start DK Metcalf over Addison. That's because DK is slowly developing a really good trend with Rodgers. Now, if it was McCarthy in there, I would say no way in hell because Addison and McCarthy were lighting it up in preseason. And then I would go Travion Henderson because he's going to be the starter and Tootin's going to be the backup. So even if Tootin gets his carries, I think that Henderson has a big game day.
All right, I like it. Here's the lineup. Both Justin and I both going for those Steelers today. We talked about it on Friday. I just don't see a world where Carson Wentz goes overseas and pulls out a win. I just feel like Aaron Rodgers is a little more equipped for that. So I'm going to go with the Steelers, the more senior team, if you will, in this matchup. All right, Meg, we got a question for you. This is KJ Frederick. He's got two questions, actually. My bad. You go Debo or Pearsall today, and BTJ or Jawan Jennings are both full PPR.
So I am taking Pearsall. I've taken him in my own daily fantasy over Debo. I've got a little bit more faith that Pearsall's going to get you some more points. I also, if you watch the Meg Zone from Friday's episode, I've said completely avoid BTJ this week. The Jags are just not jagging at all right now. BTJ is not getting targeted for whatever reason. He is not getting the ball. So although Juan Jennings is injured, it's still looking like he's going to play, and I still think he's going to get more points than BTJ this week.
Do anyone disagree or want to counter that?
No, I don't like both options, to be honest with you. I mean, BTJ is a drop machine, and Jawan comes off every other play.
Did you say drop again, Justin?
Drop everybody. Drop him all today.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Afterlife and the asking basically the same there with Jawan Jennings or BTJ. So it looks like we're going for Jennings. Smitty bringing up that Jennings on a snap count. It's a tough one. But for me, I'm actually going to go BTJ in that. If you're asking me,
I'm with you on that one, Jason. He has to wake up finally, right? When is T-Law going to wake up? This was your dude last year, bro. Feed him the ball. I'll give him one more.
He's feeding him the ball. Dude's got the league high in drops right now.
Man,
you better tighten up.
He's got like 4 drops. He's got 1 or 2 drops in every single game. Like the dude's just literally like, here's the ball, and he's going.
Maybe today will be his
zone. What are we doing
today,
here?
Maybe today will be his Marvin Harrison.
Today will be his day.
Could
Is he gonna get emotional? He's gonna cry a river in the end zone.
Get some
Roger-
Stickum. Remember
The
Stickum?
Smitty brought up.
dude.
Smitty countered my point on the Steelers saying Rodgers 0-2 overseas. I didn't actually know that. That's a good stat there, Smitty.
History's gonna be made today, Schmitty.
Justin, who do you think, Gainwell, Pollard, or BTJ? I got a lot of BTJ questions. Full PPR.
Oh, this is fucking
Oh yeah,
brutal.
BTJ.
This is brutal. I would say BTJ at this point because you got Gainwell and Pollard. That's brutal as shit. Yeah, I'd go BTJ. Do it.
All right. Well, see, we finally got a BTJ in there. And by the way, Patriots subject said O'Connell will stop Wentz doing dumb shit.
Is he gonna throw the ball for him?
Yeah. Let's go to our next matchup, close to home for Meg. Washington at the Falcons. Commanders lead the series 19-10-1. The last time they played, Washington won. It was last year. They won 30-24 in overtime. They've won 4 in a row in this series. They're favored by 3.5, which I'm kind of surprised about. The over/under is 48.5. Greg, who you got in this one? Can you hear? Oh, is Greg stuck?
Oh, it's me. My internet is acting crazy.
You good? Spectrum.
I went with Washington. I could have changed my pick, but you know I'm a low key Washington Commanders fan, so I'm gonna stick with Washington. Mariota, he'll pull it out, I guess. I don't know. I wanted to change my pick, so I'm trying to find something. I'm sticking with Commanders.
I like it. I like it. Podcast Smitty said there could only be one Smitty in this chat. That's good. Justin, who you liking this one?
I did change my pick midweek because I heard the news.
know.
I'm going to go with the Falcons. Yeah, I have no shame about it either. You know, Meg, I hope that the Falcons get it together. You know, put Kirk Cousins in for a game or something. Maybe Michael Penix can figure something out. I mean, it was better than it can't be much worse than last week. Last week sucked.
And it's just had a little bit of a blip, right? We're fine. We don't need Cousins back. Somebody come get his ass.
Smitty said, by the way, history is going to be the first to go 0-3 today. Ooh. By the way, all right, this is the one I like. The Back It Up Binge podcast. They love the shirt, Coop. Just wish it was a throwback. Go Fins. That's right. This is actually when I go to the games, my game shirt, because it's got that nice breathable material. So, yeah, I like it. No Daniels. Falcons should win. What do you think, Meg?
Oh, I'm giving the Falcons it, and I gave them it before Jaden Daniels and before Scary Terry were out this week. Just saying. I'm backing my boys. We have to come back. We have to make a comeback. I blame myself for last week's loss because I wasn't watching the game, and I didn't watch week 1's game either because I was at an NFL event. So I feel like I've got no plans today. I'm watching the game. The only game we've won this season is the one that I've watched from start to finish. So I'm not saying that I'm responsible fully for the Falcons' record this season, but I've cleared all my Sundays and Mondays.
Meg, can we get this information ahead of time? Can we please get this information ahead of time? Because I feel like you're messing with my picks here. I feel like you're going to see my picks and you'll be like, nah, fuck that guy. I'm not going to watch it this week. when I go against him, you'll be like, I'm watching it. I'm watching that fucking game.
I just post like a status, like watching the game like 3 days early.
Send Justin down the leaderboard by not watching. All right, so Fred and Greg, the dynamic duo, have both picked Commanders.
I don't feel too bad about it now. Fred's up there, so I don't feel too bad about it now.
Yeah, there you go. All right, in a game today that should be so interesting, the Chargers at the Giants. Chargers lead the series 8-5. Last time they played was in 2021. Chargers won 37-21. 5 in a row in this series for the Chargers. They're 3.5 favorites in this one, and the over/under is 43.5. Justin, who you like this? Who you liking this one?
Hammer it down.
Hammer it, man.
Justin's gonna throw his back out, so let me just throw this up there.
He's swinging, bro. Fucking invisible sledgehammer over here. You're not getting the message.
Right. A little light. We all like the Chargers in this. I don't think much explanation needed. Although the emergence of Jackson Dart, I'm interested to see what this offense does today with him at the helm. But yeah, no, not feeling it. By the way, the Smitty fight looks like it's been cleared up. He has to meet the Smitty, he said.
Lord.
He said, "You're good, brother." Smitty cheers. Harbaugh against rookies is 8-2 all time, but 4-0 in the NFL. Chargers to annihilate the Giants. Touchback. All right, let's get to our next one. This one should be a barn burner. The Titans at the Texans. Titans lead the series 24-22. They split last year. Houston won 23-14, and then Tennessee won 32-27. Houston's favored by 5.5. The over/under is 44.5. Meg, who are you liking this one?
Yeah, I'm taking the Texans on this one. I feel like this
You
should
missed
be
the
a hard
cartoon.
But yeah, I've not much faith in either team. I think this game's going to be what we like to call good for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, give me the Texans. Give me Houston on this one.
That's all right, Greg. He can watch it later. It's all good.
Yeah. He popped his head and was like, "Oh, I think you missed the cartoon."
He ain't had a cereal yet. That was it. All right, who do you like in this matchup?
I was torn on this one, man, because both of these teams is just like, and I was like, you know what? Cam Ward has to show up at least once. Tony Pollard has to show up. And I think this is the game. The way that Houston's been playing, they've been all over the damn place. I think Tennessee gets it right. Like Justin said, Calvin Ridley's in the rocking chair already, but I think this is the game where Cam Ward really has a decent game. So I'm going with Tennessee. I'm picking Tennessee.
Patriots touchback agrees. What do you think, Justin?
Yep, Tennessee. I like Tennessee this week. I think that whether we like to say it or not, they're the most consistent team because they're consistently bad, but at least they're consistent, right? Houston is like just outlandishly bad one week and then okay bad the other week. It's like, just be consistent in your poorness. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Tennessee. I think they consistently make Houston a loser this week and go 0-4.
Justin, I thought I was going to be the lone wolf, man. Thank you, baby.
No. I got you, Greg. I'm at the top 2, so you can feel good about this one as well.
I'm with Podcast Smitty says this one's going to be ugly, but he likes Houston, but not by much. I agree with you. I think Houston does get this right today. Titans just not there yet. So, yeah, I'm going to agree with Podcast Smitty in the chat.
Thank you.
I got you, big guy. Boom.
D. Smitty says, shout out to his distant relative, Podcast Smitty. Yeah, Justin Patriots like that.
We've reunited the Schmitties. This is a historic podcast right here. We've reunited them.
And it feels so good. All right, Eagles at the Bucks today. Here's a good matchup. Bucks lead the series 13-11. Bucks won their last matchup last year, 33-16. They won 2 in a row. They won 6 out of last 7. Philly is favored by 1.5. The over/under is 48.5. Meg, who you like in this one?
Right. I'm just pulling my picks up because this was one of them that I went back and forward on a lot. I've got the Eagles winning this one, and it's mostly wishful thinking in terms of my division. But I do think the Buccaneers have the ability to beat the Eagles. And the Eagles have already said that the Bucks are one of the teams that they are most concerned about. So give me the Eagles reluctantly.
Bucks play the Eagles very well and seem to match up well against them. Greg, who you like?
Man, Baker's been playing lights out. He's been playing on MVP level. But these are the defending Super Bowl champs, man. And I think Philly is going to pull it out. I think they lean on Saquon. And Jalen Hurts just does what he needs to do to win the game. I feel this is going to come down to the last, whoever has the ball last. And I think Eagles is going to pull it out, man, like 33-30, something like that. Some crazy score, I think Philly pulls it out.
Justin, what do you think?
You know what? I think what we should start doing, we should start putting Patriots touchback as one of the images on here. He is always with us. He is always doing Bucks win, Eagles win, whatever the hell wins. You're wrong this time, my friend, because the Bucks ain't winning. The Eagles are winning. But I love the attitude and I love the consistency, my friend. You are consistent like the Tennessee Titans and not consistently bad. But I'll tell you this. I think the Eagles, like Greg said, they're the defending Super Bowl champions and they're healthy. That's the key word. They're healthy. The Bucks are still not healthy and they're getting unhealthier by the game. Mike Evans being out is going to be huge, and Tristan Wirfs still not in there. I think it's just going to be one of those games. It's going to be a tough game because Baker always plays them tough, but I think that they're going to get the win by securing the run. I think they're going to stop the run. That's going to be the major play in this one.
Since we have a pretty decent audience on Sunday, I think what I'm going to do as a treat for you guys, I'm going to start putting in our StreamYard link into our comments on Sunday morning. So that way you can pop on live and ask your questions. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do that next week. We got one lone wolf, and that is our boy Freddie. He thinks the Bucks are going to pull this out, not out of the, like I said, not out of the realm of possibility with as well as the Bucks have played the Eagles. But I think when we saw last week, Eagles just know how to win, period. Yeah. So let's give it to Fred, our lone wolf. And I love to hear your analysis on that. All right, let's go to our next matchup. We got the Carolina Panthers against the New England Patriots. This series is tied 4-4, actually. Excuse me. Pulling down my thing, my bad. New England is last time they played, it was 2021. They won 24-6. New England's favored by 3.5. The over/under is 45.5. What do you think, Justin? Who wins this one?
I went with the Pats on this one. I think you gotta.
Justin, Carl's coming in hot.
You're breaking my heart. Oh,
David was waiting to put that one up.
Love you too, Patriots touchback. If I ever go to England, we're getting a beer together, my friend. But anyways, I'm gonna go with the Pats on this one. Like I said, I think this is Henderson's breakout game. I think he is the missing key to this offense. And I hate the fact that the Panthers are just they won 30-0. It feels disgusting because I don't want to trust their offense and I don't want to trust their defense. So I'm just gonna go with what I know. And the Patriots have been consistently like okay, middle, but like showing spurts of good play. I want to say Drake May continues to grow. He's much better than Bryce Young, in my opinion. Last week, the Falcons really made them look good. Meg, please get on the channel and just, next time Carolina's in town, make sure you're watching, please.
Don't worry.
We need to know the truth.
I've got you covered.
Podcast Smitty said, Jalen proves he can throw the ball. Baker has made me a believer, but the tush push doesn't lie, like the Eagles as well. Justin, we're already on you. So your boy, Fletch, wants to know, he needs 2, ETN, Pollard, Chase, Brown, or Gainwell. PPR, he can also start Tucker Kraft.
Good. Well, oh, man.
He got like 20 minutes if he's going to use Gainwell.
Yeah. I mean, I would just say you need to start 2. I would say go with the bounce back week for Chase Brown. I think Chase Brown, they're going to find a way to get him involved in this offense. They need a quick passing offense with him, and especially in PPR. And then I think ETN's going to let you down today. I think it's going to be a tough one against the 49ers. I could see him getting a touchdown, but maybe no more than 40 yards. And Cowboys are historically bad against tight ends, so I think I just go with Tucker Kraft. You also always want somebody in the later games anyways, kind of gives you the feel of like, I got some more points coming. So I'd probably go Kraft and Brown.
Yeah, I'm actually with you. That's the 2 first thing I saw when I went up there. So, yeah, thank you, your boy. We appreciate that. Mag, who wins, Carolina or New England?
Give me New England on this one. I think last week was a complete fluke for the Panthers. They are not as good as we made them look, and I just think the Patriots finally are getting it together. I think that O-line is my main concern at the Patriots. I thought they'd fixed it. They have not, turns out. But if Drake May can move faster, make the decisions, then I think that Pats can do it.
Patriots says, as long as we don't keep shooting ourselves in the knee, we should win. Trust me, I get it. And he agrees with you, Justin. Greg, who you like in this one?
I must be the lone wolf on this one. I went with Carolina. I like what I saw last week. Falcons was last week, going into last week was a tough, strong defense. They were showing that. And the Panthers showed if they run the ball and Bryce Young doesn't mess it up, they can win the game. So I think against New England, with all the mistakes they've been having, all the mishaps, don't curse me out, but I'm going with Carolina. The defense, Carolina has a solid defense on the low, and I think they can stop the Patriots. So I'm going with Carolina. I like the Panthers. Sorry, Meg, but I like the Panthers.
That's a tall order for Bryce Young. You know he's only about like 5'9", right? That's a pretty tall order for that.
Wrong with short people, okay?
No pun intended by Justin. You're not the lone wolf. The Smothers brothers went with the Carolina Panthers this week.
Here I was thinking we were going to see a Carolina Panther on Greg's head right now. I was looking forward to it. I was like, ooh, we're going to see a Black Panther.
The Panther-Wolf combination.
But he's loading my gun for Jets Dolphins. Yeah, I feel you. Greg, since I have you on, this is from TSB World. Appreciate your question, by the way. How do y'all need a flex? Because Jalen is out. Should he go with David Montgomery, Stephon Diggs, or Jordan Addison at PPR?
Stephon Diggs is worried about Cardi B's baby mother. He ain't worried about playing football right now. So don't even think about putting Stephon Diggs into your lineup. I'll go with David Montgomery. He's solid, right? He's been putting up numbers even with Jahmyr Gibbs. That running back combination, you can't go wrong. Go with David Montgomery. Don't overthink it. I love saying that. Don't overthink it. Once you overthink it, you're already shooting yourself in the foot. Go with David Montgomery.
Your floor is way safer. I even would say your ceiling might even be a little safer. With Jordan Addison is going to be
not bad.
Okay,
no.
The Vikings, again, I brought up on Friday, they lead the league in lowest. Oh, I guess they're last in the league, not lead. They're last in the league in pass attempts. So, I mean, how many targets is he going to see today? Who knows? And Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. Panthers on the road hasn't been good this year, but if Panthers play good defense, they can win. By the way, Meg, I cover the Panthers and the Falcons are in disarray. Oh, boy. Wakanda forever, Fred. Podcast Smitty said he likes the Montgomery pick as well. Aaron Fletcher says, I'm avoid Damo, by the way. The Browns' run defense is nasty. Yeah, I mean, agreed, they are. But, again, between those particular...
And that's from the Lions, son.
But the Lions consistently run the ball. They don't give up. And you come in with a 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be the goal line. Good to see some goal line work as well. So, yeah, I'm still going Montgomery there. All right, let's go with a great matchup today. The Saints at the Bills. Saints lead the series 7-5. Bills, last time they played was in 2021. They won 31-6. Buffalo is favored by
Surely.
This is the most exercise both these guys have seen in years. But let's just go ahead. Let's just bring it up. We all like the Bills. I mean, there's not much to talk about in this game other than it'd be interesting to see how many times Spencer Rattler goes back and tries to throw the ball today. So,
Greg, I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting for it to be like, actually, be like Fred had to say something.
Not me.
Patriots says they go marching in and go straight through a table. Yes, indeed.
Wow.
It's a table.
Pick them up and throw them.
Justin, who you like in this one? It's Evan Gittleman. Thank you so much for your question. Needs flex out brutalist of options here. Half PPR, Troy Franklin, Josh Downs, Tootin, or Travis Hunter.
Okay, I'm back. This is gonna sound, you're gonna laugh at me for saying this, but I'm gonna go with Travis Hunter in this one. I think that against kind of here's the thing. In the secondary, the 49ers are very vanilla, and they usually either stick to zone, they don't really go too much in the man coverage, It's the perfect spot for somebody like Travis Hunter, a little bit of a wilier, faster guy, kind of get in that little area, have those little zone beaters, and have a nice day. Listen, Troy Franklin, I'm all about the Troy Franklin love. But they can't figure out if Marvin Mims is going to play, if Cortland Sutton's going to play, if Johnny down the street is going to play for them. Sean Payton's got friends everywhere. He might have his kid lining up there at some point. You know, we all saw the movie. His kid was all right. And then Josh Downs, I think he's kind of buried behind Pittman and Warren. Tootin, I've already told you, I don't think it's going to be a good running day for the Jaguars. So I'm just going to take the shot. If this is all you got and you're not going to give me any waivers or anything like that, you're not going to let me improve your team, then I'm just going to go with it and go with Travis Hunter. I'm not going to say it's a good game. I'm just going to say it's going to be the better.
Troy Franklin all day.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Troy Franklin against that Bengals.
I like Franklin.
Plus, you got that Monday night magic.
Yep, never know.
Tell me how it goes.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Podcast Committee said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo with that one, Evan. Podcast Committee also says, sledgehammer, Thor's hammer, ball pin, and hammer doesn't matter. Bills all day. That's right. You can throw whatever you want down on that one. All right, let's go to another epic one. Cleveland at the Lions. Lions lead the series 19-6. Cleveland last won the matchup in 2021, 13-10. Detroit is favored by 10.5. The over/under is 45.5. Meg, who you like in this one?
Oh, Lions all day.
Yeah,
I don't.
we can put the hammer down on that. I just figured I'd at least ask the question.
Jason, you was building the suspense on that one, boy. I was like, who picked Cleveland?
Meg, you got to throw the hammer down on that one. When he comes to you,
Throw the hammer down. Just very gently because I'm fragile, right?
This might be a little. This game might be a little more.
We got to get a 3D printer guy to get us all TSS hammers, and when it comes, we just got to throw the hammer down. I'll send you one, Meg. We'll get it going here. We'll get it going.
You know, my sister actually has my sister has a 3D hammer, I think, or 3D printer. I think maybe I'll ask her. Actually, that's a good idea. Aaron Fletcher said, "Let's go Lions." How do you feel? I guess we're still on you. How do you feel about Hunter Renfrow? He wants to know.
Well, if McMillan is playing, I don't really like it as much. But if McMillan's not playing, it's a good option. Hunter Renfrow, he's a little squirrely dude, but at the same time, like sometimes he's got a whole thing of nuts, and sometimes he's just going back to the tree with nothing, bro. Like sometimes he's winning, sometimes he's losing. He had that 1 week where he had like 29 points, and he followed that up with like 0.4. You're like, what the fuck goes on here? 0.4? Is that even a catch? Did you even do anything with that? So yeah, I would not trust him. I would not trust him whatsoever. If he is like in that lineup of like Franklin and Hunter and all that, maybe.
Back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. It depends on what other options you have. I would probably ride with them right now and kind of see how Hunter Renfrow goes. Patriot says Lions. He thinks the Browns has their equivalent of the Super Bowl last week.
Oh yeah.
I think it'll be a little closer than people would imagine, but still like the Lions. All right,
Joe Flacco's the Super Bowl MVP. You remember that, son. You put some respect on his name.
Back in the day. Jacksonville,
many years ago.
Yes, many. Jacksonville at the 49ers. 49ers lead the series 5-2. Last time they played was in 23. 49ers won 34-3. It's been 5 in a row for this one. The 49ers are favored by 5.5. Over under is 48.5. Let's go ahead and do it. I don't want to hurt Justin. Justin hurt himself. Put the hammer down on the 49ers.
So this was Brock Purdy's first official game as a starter. Like he went in, he cleaned up the Dolphins game. He like butchered the Dolphins by like 20 points or something like that. And then he came in. His first official game was against the Jaguars, and he just laid the hammer down on the Jaguars. He just made them his bitch. And it's great because now his first official game back from injury, he's going to do it again. It's amazing. I love it. I love it.
Aaron Fletcher says, wary to the Lions covering, smashing the under this week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it'll be a little more defensive than people might give it credit for. Jacksonville will beat themselves, and Patriots says 49ers, but they'll play down their competition, make the scoreline closer than anticipated.
Damn.
So maybe a couple closer games than people are giving credit to.
Yep.
We'll see. All right, let's go to a decent matchup. At least we think it's going to be the Colts at the Rams. Colts lead the series 23-22 to 2. Lots of twos in that one. Rams last time they played was in 2023. The Rams won 29-23 in overtime. They've won 4 in a row in the matchup. Rams favored by 6.5. Over under is 46.5. Meg, who you like in this one?
I'm taking the Colts on this one. I don't think Indiana Jones is quite done with his run yet, and I like it. So I'm going with the Colts. I'm riding on that Colts bandwagon at the minute.
Greg, what do you think?
Man, I was torn with this game, man. This was I was back and forth with this one, man. So I went with the Rams. I think the magic runs out on Indiana Jones this week. I think the Colts come back down to earth just for 1 week. The Rams defense is tough. Stafford is finding that good connection with Devontae and Puka already on the outside. And he's tearing it up on that out. And then you have the running game from Kyron Williams. What are the Colts going to do? I think this is the best offense that they've faced this year so far. So I'm going with the Rams, but I was torn, man. I was really torn, but I think Indiana Jones goes back to the Temple of Doom.
No offense I take from that comment, Greg. Justin, what do you think?
Indiana Jones was an LA production, and LA is going to be the one that shut them down this week.
Ooh.
That was probably the worst rendition of that song I've ever heard. By the way.
I'm not musically inclined. What can I say?
I think the Colts find their Temple of Doom today in LA, which makes Meg this week. Count it up. Open those Colts today. I think the magic runs out indeed. I like it. Patriots say Rams take it, but Jonathan Taylor will still boss it for the Colts. It's a good run, B, though. Number 1 in the league, the Rams are against fantasy running backs. He said, when's the Daniel Jones magic going to stop? Matthew Stafford continuously gets slept on with the Rams. Yeah, that's 100%, but still being solid. Remember Justin talking all kind of shit about his back and everything else.
Yeah, Grandpa needs to go to the retirement home. That's what needs to
happen.
He's
holding on, though.
Grandpa needs to go back to the retirement. He's like the grandpa who worked construction forever. Like, he's just like that rigid guy. He's fucking, his handshake will break your hand, but like, you're just like, he can't really move. He's not flexible as shit. He's just,
get the job done, though.
Justin, obviously being a 49ers fan, is a Rams hater, by the way, just to throw that out.
Next week, I can't wait.
And yet you still picked them.
Yeah.
It hurt my heart, but I'm trying to be correct. That's all I'm trying to do.
Let's go to one that on paper probably not a great game, but it's going to be, I think, good for fantasy. The Bears at the Raiders. Bears lead the series 9-8. Last time they played was in 2023. They won. The Bears won. 30-12. Bears are favored by 1.5. Over under is 45.5. Greg, who you like in this one?
Man, listen, these are 2 storied franchises, Jason. What do you mean? This is going to be a great matchup. You got the guys from the north. You got the Raiders from the west. This is going to be a great game. What do you mean? These are 2 storied franchises. This is the NFL. They know what they're doing when they make these schedules. But I like what I saw from Caleb Williams last week. I like what I saw from the Chicago Bears. But I'm sticking with the Raiders. I picked the Raiders last week, and I think the Raiders are going to pull it out. I think Geno gets it together. And Chicago's run defense is not that great. And we all been waiting for Ashton Genty to have that game, and I think this is that game. So I think I'm going with the Raiders. I think they're going to pull it out.
Yeah, I like Genty today as well. Justin, what do you think? Who wins this one?
Yeah, these are just 2 storied franchises. If they were novels, they'd be bathroom novels. Stuff you can read on the toilet. Yeah. Shit. I don't even remember who I picked for this one. I think I picked the Bears. Yeah, I picked the Bears for this one. And I've been picking the Raiders the past 2 weeks, and in true Raider fashion, they've been letting me down. So whatever, dude. I tried to be nice. Here you go. You're getting the wrath. Now you're getting the real Justin. I don't like the Raiders, and the Bears are better. Caleb Williams is gonna get it again. Let's go.
Don't let the family hear you talk all that smack.
Damn.
The wife's in the other room talking to the in-laws. So yeah, they're all hearing this.
Justin's out of the family. He's out of it.
Yeah, he's like,
We didn't see you for a while. We know what's happened.
Patriot says we'll see if Caleb turned the corner. He just had a Russell Wilson syndrome 2 weeks ago. He's taking the Raiders. What do you think, Meg? Who wins this one today?
I'm taking the Raiders on this one. Again, a little bit like Greg said, I'm hoping that Ashton Genty finally can show us what he's made of, because I don't hate Ashton Genty. I've watched him play college ball, and he was an absolute weapon. It just hasn't translated as yet, and whether it's just going to take a little bit of time, maybe. And we can live in hope.
Yeah.
You know what they say, Meg? You can hope in one hand and caca in the other, and see which one falls up.
We're split on this one. I like the Bears. I agree with Greg. What Greg was saying, I like what I saw. Caleb Williams, Raiders defense is definitely helter-skelter. So that's why I think it's going to be just a good fantasy game to play some players in. But I like the Bears to pull it out. All right, let's go to our next one. All right, now, if you would have told me when the season started that both these teams would be 1-2 going in this matchup, and one of them after today will be 1-3, I'd call you crazy. The Ravens at the Chiefs. Chiefs lead the series 9-5. KC won the last matchup in last year, 27-20. They've won 2 in a row, 6 out of the last 7. KC is favored by 1.5. Over under is 48.5. Justin, who are you liking this one?
The Ravens are always talked about as this really good franchise. They're smart. They got all this stuff going for them, but they never win these important games, these home games against good Super Bowl teams. When they go to Buffalo, they lose. When they go to Kansas City, they lose. When they go to Philadelphia, they lose. I think that changes this week. I think the Ravens get their first important win against the Chiefs.
I like that.
Part of that is, if you remember, like I said, Isaiah Likely.
What's funny is I went, as you were talking, I was like, wait a minute, did he pick Chiefs? And I put this in.
Jason's looking at his notes.
I was like, let me make sure. All right, man, who do you like in this one?
Yeah, I've got the Ravens on this one. Isaiah Likely's back, which is a big thing. And I think we said it earlier. I do think that it's been a huge key that's missed in the team for the last couple of weeks. I think that I agree with all that Justin said, but I just Kansas City look like shit right now. I would be, I wouldn't go this far, but I would almost pick the Saints over them at some points in the way that they've played. I mean, I'm not gonna, obviously, but
Hey, this good little tidbit from Patriots, by the way, said defensive tackle Chris Jones in Mississippi for his aunt's funeral. He would have chosen the Chiefs to win, but after that news, he does not think so. That's a good little inside thing. I did not know that. Podcast Smitty, I don't see the Chiefs getting spanked, but they will lose. What do you think, Greg?
I was watching it was either NFL or ESPN, and they're showing all the games between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. And Lamar's like 1-4 against Patrick Mahomes, and it's always a tough battle, right? But I think Baltimore, like Justin says, finally breaks through and wins the big game. Kansas City is not Kansas City like they used to be, man. The offense is not the same. I know they get Worthy back this week, but how many, he's probably going to be on the snap count with that shoulder, right? So Mahomes has to be Superman, and there's another guy on the other side of the field is Superman too, and I think they're going to pull it out today. I think Lamar pulls it up.
I agree. Our teammates, though, don't. The guys who don't show up on Sunday, go figure. LeDuc and Fred go with the Chiefs. We all, of course, like the Ravens. I think it's going to be a good matchup, though. Crazy to think, like I said, one of these teams will be 1-3 after this week. Packers at the Cowboys. Packers lead the series 22-17. Last time they played was last year in the wild card game, 48-32. Green Bay wins. They won 5 in a row. They've won 10 out of the last 11. Green Bay's favored by 1.5 though, and the over/under is 47.5. Meg, who you like in this one?
Yeah, I think CeeDee Lamb's going to be a big miss for the Cowboys this week. But even with him, I would still be picking Green Bay. I think obviously we saw a bit of an anomaly last week with the Browns, remembering that they're a football team. But Green Bay all day on this one for me.
Won't waste time with this. The Packers, let's hammer it down. We're not thinking much. Micah Parsons reunion, by the way, as well. So I like that. Justin, I know you got to take off. Before you do, let's do this last one real quick before you go. And Patriots says Parsons gets 2 sacks. Packers rush over 200 yards. Packers way better than the Cowboys. I'll throw the way in there for you. Jets at America's team, the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins lead the series 61-57-1. They split last year. Jets won 32-20. Miami won 32-26 in OT. Miami's won 4 out of the last 5. Miami's favored by 5.5. That surprised me as well, actually. And the over/under is 44 now. I know. You're looking at me funny. Greg, who you like in this one?
Really, Jason? You go to me first.
Gotta
Go to
ask.
me first.
Yep, let's get it over with.
Listen. Both of our teams ain't nothing to write home about, bro. They're terrible. We suck. This is the suck bowl of the year. But I'm not going to pick against my Jets, man. Justin Fields is back. The run game is going to get on point. The Dolphins suck against the run. Tua is busy worried about what Cam Newton is saying on ESPN First Take. He needs to worry about what's going on the field. And what the field today is facing against Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams, and that vaunted Jets defense. Jets all day. Can of whoop ass, like Justin says. Send the Dolphins home. Let's go, Jets. Jets.
Yeah, indeed. FAGS. Meg, what do you think?
Give me the Dolphins for an upset.
It's not an upset.
Greg,
They're
I'm
favored
getting you
by 5.5.
back, right, Greg? You've gone against me in every single one of the games that matter. You've gone against my Falcons. You've backed all of the division rivals that we're not talking about. Just give me this one. Give me the Dolphins.
I got you.
Get him, Meg. Get him, Meg. Justin, who wins this one?
I mean, it's funny that the Monday night games that they put on, it's like the 2 least entertaining games you'd ever want. It's like we have to shove these games into prime time because nobody's
say all of that, bro.
on Red Zone or anything. Well, you're not going to see them on Red Zone because when are they ever going to be in scoring position? But anyways, I think that I said it best. The winner of this game is going to be the Thunderstorm because they're going to tie. It's going to be a tie. It's going to be postponed to week 19. Nobody's going to know. Everybody's going to continue to be miserable because they're going to go home winless. It's just going to be, that's what I'm going. The Thunderstorm. Just put a thunderbolt there. I'll be the lone
tie
week.
Except for
But
the
if you're
viewers at
asking for a
home.
real prediction, I'll go with the Finns. Sorry, Greg. The Jets suck. The Jets are just absolutely
Dolphins suck too.
And
They
the
suck
Dolphins
too.
do suck. The Dolphins do suck. But the Jets suck a little bit differently and a little bit harder.
Did you see what we did against Tampa last week? We played hard against Tampa last week, bro.
Yeah, but that was Tyrod Taylor. Now you got to go back to dime store Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields.
When the Jets suck,
I'm my least favorite person right now.
Sure. Let's show this one here. We got 2 homers and a homo going with the Jets.
What?
Jason?
What?
That's why I didn't want you to go just yet, Justin.
Did anybody else just hear us get canceled? Did anybody else just hear us get
No wonder our
canceled?
Twitter's blocked, bro.
We didn't even make it and we got canceled. What the fuck?
That's why I had to do it. I had to do it before you took off.
All right. Well, on that note, see you guys.
Justin's about finding me a new podcast.
Patriots says this game is a crime. Why is it on Monday Night Football? Anyone go to that game should be refunded to the NFL despite the deceptive advertising. It's a tie. He says, what's funny is I have season tickets there, Patriots. And funny part, I was supposed to go with Fred to this one, but I was like, nah, I don't feel like Monday night. It's like 3 hours from my house, bro, and it's a Monday night. I got things to do other than to watch that shitty team. Tua making excuses about the media about playing his position he chose. He likes the Jets in this. Jets suck, but Dolphins suck with more talent on their team. Agreed. All right, let's finish it up. Let's finish things up with the other Monday night game. I hate when they do this. God, there's nothing worse than Monday night games, man. It's like, what do you think we got nothing else better to do on Tuesday? Bengals at the Broncos. Broncos lead the series 22-12. Cincinnati won the last matchup, actually, which was last year, 30-24 in overtime. They've actually won 2 in a row in the series. Denver's favored by 2.5. Over under is 47.5. Greg, who do you like in this one?
Do we have to? I mean, isn't the hammer laid down? Tell me somebody didn't pick it.
We do. That's. I was hoping he'd stick around because I wasn't here.
That is why he left.
That is why he left. He brought it up. He brought it up earlier though that he thought the Bengals were going to bounce back this week. So let me just give it to him. But quite we all on the same page. So look better. I like the
I cannot believe he picked the Bengals.
I can't believe it either. You know what's really cool though? Even he said, "Justin, you fool."
Justin, you fool.
Probably love-hate though, because they both agreed on a tie for the Dolphins Jets.
Right? Yeah, a little love-hate relationship. I love it.
All week. So
even though Justin left us, he did leave us with a little bit of church for this morning. And I know it's early, so the guys have been sticking with us. Unfortunately, you've missed church, but we got your own fantasy church here for you today. It's our boy Justin bringing you Fantasy Jesus for week 4. Let's check it out.
Put your hands together and pray. It's time for Fantasy Jesus.
I'm here to save your fantasy rosters. Welcome into the Church of Fantasy Jesus, and you're here for your week 4 5 DFS picks. Let's make you some money, baby. First off, we're going to start with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams had a tremendous game last week, his breakout game for sure. And this week he plays those stinky Las Vegas Raiders. So look for him to back that up again. I'm looking for another 40 burger. You're looking for another 40 burger. Let's make some money, baby. Next up, we got Travion Henderson. He just became the #1 over there because Antonio Gibson and Ramondre Stevenson got themselves a case of the fumbles. So now we got Travion Henderson in the driver's seat. Look for him to hit a home run this week, get you some money. Then next we got Michael Pittman Jr. Michael Pittman Jr. may be the most disrespected wide receiver 1 in the entire league. He has been averaging 5 targets a game. Been doing great since Indiana Jones came in. Look for him to bank you some money at 5,100. And then we got Tucker Kraft. Dallas Cowboys, they don't like to play defense against tight ends. They don't like to play defense, period. That's why Mike is on Green Bay right now. So let's look for Micah's new team, Green Bay, and Tucker Kraft to have a field day against the Dallas Cowboys. And finally, we're going to end it with the Los Angeles Rams. Man, blunders today. Who saw that coming? But anyways, the Los Angeles Rams, gotta love that pick. Even in a loss, they had 6 sacks and an interception. You gotta play that defense because they are going to win you some money, especially this week against Indiana Jones. They're gonna wreck that undefeated streak. That's 5 DFS picks from your Fantasy Jesus, and may your lineups be blessed.
Thou shalt not lose today. Consider your fantasy football lineups blessed.
Considered it blessed indeed. He says, ain't no way the Bungles are winning. Zach Taylor is getting fired. Royson Gibson wants to salute the snowman. Thank you so much.
Jason, some people in our league need to be waking up in the morning with TSS, baby.
I know. We got a text early. One of our teammates left in, or our league mates, left in Jalen Warren should have been waking up with us, Ken. That wouldn't have happened. All right. Well, listen, also, if you would wake up with us on Friday night at 9 p.m., we do a full breakdown of all the week's games. So if you got any more fantasy questions, please just go ahead and watch us on there as well. We went through each and every game, broke those down. And don't forget, next Sunday to join us. Wake up with us at 8 a.m. Always interesting and a good time here for you.
1
and
p.m. UK time.
1 p.m. UK. Thank you. I'm going to make sure I start saying that now. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you. Good luck this week. Football is on, so let's do this. And we are out.